Hello all, I am Durga Nagababu from Kite Plus AID Target. So today I completed the assignment which is given by the K-Hub as an entrance assignment. Mm. So what the problem statement they given is you want to build a web application which is given the dynamic visualizations for our data. So they mention some details here. So some criteria you need to do by following this criteria. So in input we can give a web form or uploading an Excel file. So I did the project by using web form here, and the application should be able to process and analyze the provided data. Okay, and visualization, the analyzed data will be displayed on a separate page. So what the data we given, so that visualization will be displayed on a separate page, and we need to visualizations customizingly, like user will have ability to customize the visualizations, and we need to adjust parameters and modify the visualizations, and we can also apply the filters dynamically to refine the display data, and you can change the dimensions dynamically through visualization. So by following all these steps, I build a sample project for dynamic visualizations through a Flask web framework. So coming to my project, so this is my project. Here my project, I created a folder like dynamic visualization project. So here I use a Flask web framework and HTML, CSS and JavaScript as a front end, and here some Flask Python code for backend. Okay, this is simple basic web application for dynamic visualization. So first of all, I created a virtual environment and I created two folders here. One is static and another one is templates. So in static I placed main.js, and in templates I placed data inputs.html file and visualization.html file and style.css, and this is my app.py. so this is the main file to execute the whole project. In data inputs.html, so this is the first appearing page. I written the code for all the things, and in visualization.html, this is the second page of the web application which displays the graphs, and you can also change the filters, and you can also change dimensions, and you can change the graphs dynamically. And this is my styles.css, so I can apply styles to both data inputs.html and visualization.html through the style.css. And this is my main.js, so which run some backend code which do some operations, and this can perform some specific operations for visualization dynamically through a D3 package. And in app.py I wrote a code for routes for navigating through web pages, and I written some methods for post and get to retrieve the values from graphs, right? So I written all these things to execute my project, and now I will run my project. So in terminal I am typing as python app.py. So because my whole main code was placed in app.py, right? So I am typing as python app.py. When I click enter, so it will give this server. So our server is running on this port, right? So I am going by following this, clicking on this link, and it will take me to this page. So if you see this data input page, so enter data. So here I am entering axis label. So like I will give as cities, and you need to enter y-axis label also. I am giving like ranges, and we can also select so which type of data it is, x-axis in a y-axis. So we can select numerical, categorical, percentage, anything. So I am selecting numerical, and as for y-axis input type also I am selecting numerical, because we are giving form data, right? Web form data. If you upload Excel file, it then automatically takes as per the data type, but you are entering our data. so it is used explicitly, so that's why it depends up to hours. So that's why I'm providing this numerical, categorical and percentage types, so we can give all these things. And we need to enter x-axis values, so I am entering as 20, 30 and 40 and 50, and in y-axis as 1, 4, 6, 7. So and when I am clicking generate visualizations, so it takes me a new page and visualize and give me a graph. Let's see. So in x-axis I got cities as label, x-axis label, and in y-axis I got ranges as a label, and in y-axis scaling dimensions are 0, 0.5, there are 0.5 difference, and in x-axis dimensions are there are 5 units difference here. So this is my graph, which is before updation, right? So now I need to update these values, right? I need to update this graph dynamically, right? So I am updating x-axis label has this time villages, and y-axis label has this time population. So now I am entering the x-axis label has, if you see before, I am entering the I entered x-axis values as within the some high range values. In y-axis I given the low range values, right? So this time I will give in x-axis high range values like 23, 45, 80, 90, and in y-axis this time I will give the small range values like 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. Now I click the update visualization button here. You are seeing that. So at bottom I have 6 type of buttons. So 4 for changing the graphs, and 1 for apply filterings, and another one is update visualization. When I click update visualization, so this time my graph is updated. X-axis label has villages and y-axis label population. This time dimensions also updated dynamically. If you see before you are giving the small values in x-axis, this time you are giving the large values. So by the entered values, that the dimensions are updating dynamically, right? So these points are also data points are also updating dynamically. So graph is updated dynamically. So this gives dynamical visualization, right? And we need some filter. I also add some filtrations like greater than, less than, equals to 0. So in x-axis I want to visualize only that points less than 80. So so I'm selecting less than and I'm giving 80. So in y-axis I need to visualize only points which are less than 6. So I'm giving that, and when I click apply filters, so my graph was updated, so with that values, right? So showing only data. So my data is refined and filtered that those values greater than and less than, and it will give the new graph, right? So this is also dynamical change. And so I also can visualize scatter plot. So this is scatter plots, and I can also visualize line plot, and I can also visualize pie chart, right? And I can also visualize bar chart. So guys, this is my simple basic project regarding K-Hub. So that is dynamic visualization through Flask web framework. Within the time limit, I did this as a simple project as a basic level. So thank you for everyone for watching this video. Thank you very much.